Alright YouTube, what's up? It's your boy JMMA here, back here with another one, and today I will be breaking down some of my subscribers' footage. He sent it to me, Shout out to Mangus. He sent it to me on Twitter. He asked me what can he do better. I did get the okay to make this video, so he wanted to know what he can do better. You know, and I'm gonna just give my insight. I'm gonna give the right information. You know, I hope, even though I'm giving him advice, I hope I can give one of y'all some advice. You take it, write down some notes, you know what I'm saying? But without further ado, man, let's get right into the video. Alright, so I just finished watching the clip, and let's go over it, right? So actually, let me take off my headset because I don't need it now. But let's look at what we're looking at. All right, so he's going up against a Nate Diaz. He is Gilbert Burns. One of the first things I noticed, just press watch again. One of the first things I noticed is he didn't let his stem recuperate. I think a lot of people do that. They don't strike in short bursts. They chain combos longer and longer, and making, they do too much and drain their stamina. I think that's what Mangus is doing a little bit too much. See right here, he's getting hurt to the body. Another thing that I noticed, he's walking forward while punching, and this is something I used to do as well, that I learned now. If you sit down on punches, if you don't move forward, if you stay stationary, your combo comes out twice as fast and is more likely to land with a lot more damage. Moving forward kind of eradicates that. And you have Gilbert going up against Nate. Nate really doesn't have power like that. So if you just would have sat down on a couple of these combos and toned down the combos, he could have did a lot more damage. Right here, he throws a leg kick. Now this was a nice little check uppercut right there, but he got caught. Let's go back. So if you pay attention, he throws the uppercut, right, and then he tries to go for a hook. He throws the lead uppercut. He tries to throw a hook with the same hand. He doesn't let his stem recover, and he threw it too fast. If he was paying attention, this is another thing. You have to pay attention to what your opponent is doing. That's one thing. I know Mangus was talking about how he was just that's what he's actually trying to learn, how to read opponents and things like that. So what I would do, take the Lomachenko or the Petr Yan approach. Download, see what they're doing. Now, I'm not saying don't just sit back and let them tee off, because then you're gonna try to be playing catch up for the rest of the fight. Don't do that. But I would say, don't overexert too much. Download what they're doing, and don't do this. This is a main problem. This is when I watched him, I'm like, I really didn't like this, because he threw the lead uppercut, right? He threw the lead uppercut and tried to throw something right behind it. You're leaving yourself open for a hook, for an uppercut. Honestly, if he probably would have threw an uppercut, you probably would have got knocked down. I mean, you got knocked down anyway. Could have been a flash. What if you didn't have head health? What if you didn't have body health? You know what I mean? Like, he really could have probably flashed KO to Mangus. So that's one thing. Pay attention to the combos you're throwing, and pay attention to your stamp, because look, he doesn't have stamp when he's throwing. Look at this. He doesn't have stamp. Pay attention to his stamp. He's not letting his stamp recuperate. He even before he got rocked, he got hit the same way, trying to throw a lead uppercut. It lands, but he has no stamp, and he basically got frame trapped trying to throw the lead hook. And then that was a nice sway. That was some nice head movement right there, and that was another good example of head movement by Mangus. The Nate's going to the body. You never let somebody triple up on your body. He blocks that shot. Okay, that was a nice hook again. And I promise you, I used to do this a lot. I still kind of do it with leg kicks a lot. Moving backwards and throwing kicks, or moving forward and throwing kicks, not good. Never throw kicks moving, especially moving back. Moving forwards, you can get a pass. Moving backwards, never throw kicks moving backwards, because 10 times out of 10 it's not gonna land. It's not gonna land. It's kind of like you're thinking your brain is thinking faster than what you're actually trying to do. And I do it too, so I'm kind of at fault for this. You're trying to throw a kick and enter out of the pocket too fast. You know how like in the NFL they tell receivers they try to catch the ball, they try to run before they catch the ball. It's kind of like this. You're trying to throw a leg kick before you can actually exit out of the pocket. Or in this instance, he's trying to throw a head kick and then exit out. So you wind up you doing it at the same time instead of doing it after. So you throw the head kick while backing up. You throw the leg kick while backing up, and that's something that you don't want to do because you lose stamina, and it gives your opponent the time to actually, if they're sitting back on the outside and you do that, they can come in with a counter, with an overhand counter, with a body shot hit, with their own head kick, with a front kick. So you got to be very, very mindful and careful of that. Now a lot of people do this. It's not just Mangus who does this. They throw kicks in a pocket and wonder why they get KO'd so much. They're like, oh, I just threw a kick in the pocket. My kick landed, but I still got KO'd. That's why. You're not getting the full damage or the full range of this kick in the pocket. You ever notice when you throw the kick, you could tell in UFC 4 when a kick lands good, and when it's like this, when you're in the pocket, it lands, if that makes sense. There's no impact. It's because you're so close together. So don't do that. But like you see right there, it lands, and then he comes back with a body. That was a nice little check hook. You caught him going to the body. Again, reading your opponent. That's nice. And he's actually doing a good job so far. That was a nice elbow. But the main thing that I'm taking away from what Mangus is doing, he's not letting his stamina recuperate. And that's probably why his stamina is so low or so early on in the first round. He's too aggressive. He's too aggressive. But I mean, he's doing a good job of catching Nate though. Oh, got rocked to the body. He got rocked to the body right there. Let me go back. So if you pay attention, again, max vulnerability. Try to catch your opponents at max vulnerability, because look, he's throwing this knee, and it looks like he was out of range. He's throwing his knee. What does Nate do? Nate goes to the body, catches him. He has no stam at all. So the second punch should rock him, and it does. Goes back down to the body, doubles up, and the fight's over. Main takeaway from this, Mangus, if you're watching this, stop doubling up on lead hand strikes. If you're gonna do it, do it effectively. Use your stam wisely, because a lot of times you would just step in and then throwing shots and not letting your stam regenerate, and that's how when you got rocked and lost this fight majority of the time. So don't do that. And then the last thing, don't throw kicks in the pocket. Throwing kicks in the pocket, it's not good. Oh no, I said that was the last thing. It's not. It's one more thing. When you're throwing combos, I see he likes to string together combos. He actually has some pretty good combos, not too bad. Sit on the combos. Don't move forward or move backwards when you're throwing them. Try to sit down on them and watch how fast they come out, and watch how more powerful they'll be. So that would be my advice. But if y'all have any videos that y'all want me to review or go over, I would be more than happy to look at them, like I just did Mangus. Shout out to Mangus, by the way. But I'm gonna actually dip out. It's 5 a.m. So I'm gonna head out, man. Peace, love, and prosperity. Love y'all. Let me know down below in the comments what do y'all think. Stay up, stay blessed. It's been your boy JMMA. I don't know what else to say, man, but do something productive with your day. Beating your meat is not productive. See y'all next time, man. It's been your boy. Stay up, stay blessed, and I'm out, man. Peace.